Well, we got to get to the famous incident here of her bringing some weed to the White House.
Yeah, JFK smoked on that loud in the White House with Mary. This is like confirmed. The JFK White House is very strange because a bunch of those little dorks who worked for him would spend the rest of their lives saying he was a perfect saint. I don't know what you're talking about. He never slept with anyone. But like JFK said in passing at one point, like, I get a migraine headache if I don't get a strange piece of ass every day.
Strange.
The White House was like,
it's fucking Jeffrey Epstein saying.
I would say most of my migraines have been because of strange pieces of ass. Liz shook her head, but it's true. Yeah, I mean, so she JFK. Listen, everybody knows he and his brother, which I think is weird, almost certainly had sex with Marilyn Monroe.
More than once.
More than once.
He loved blondes.
He loved blondes.
And brunettes.
And brunette. Me too.
And redheads.
Love them.
And women with black hair.
Yes. Raven-haired beauty does.
And I'm sure like a strawberry he would be into.
Maybe some women with shaved heads if he lived to the 90s,
I'm sure he'd like an ombre, which is really, you can have lots of colors in that.
Ombre is crazy. I still don't know what's going on with those. That blew my mind when I was 18 when I had a girlfriend with an ombre. So what are you doing? What are you? But he was getting it all over the place, which we should maybe do an episode sometime. But just a lot of JFK stuff. But he had there was a lot of these women in his life.
Next year, baby.
There's always next year we should just do our episode on JFK's women because sick of the guy himself. But the Marilyn Monroe thing is there's an interesting little Peter Levenda. I think it's in I can't remember, something grimoire or whatever about the circumstances surrounding her death in Mexico.
Well, Marilyn Monroe guys are like, I mean, that's a whole other...
That's a whole other kind of guy.
Well, it's just like that's a whole other rabbit hole going into the mysteries and this, the kind of chaos of Marilyn Monroe.
But Mary brings in a little bit of that sticky, icky good shit to the White House and is like...
I bet it was bad.
I bet it was so bad. It was like...
Just like, there's no way.
It was like, Jack, try this. And he apparently burns it down with her. And she's like trying to get him, as they fucking do. Everyone's always, smoke a little more. But I lose the smoke contest. And she's like, smoke this. And he smokes it. And then she's trying to get him to smoke more. And he's like, but what if the Russians attack?
Yeah, I love that.
What if the Russians attack?
But you have to do it in the accent too.
I can't do a Boston accent. Can you do it, Devin?
No, I've been thinking about it all week, and I just can't.
But what if the fuck? I can't do it in Boston accent or whatever.
It's like not even Boston. Yeah.
Yeah. What if the Russians attack?
That's pretty good. I can't. Why? I get a migraine if I don't get a strange piece of ass every day.
It's like after the fact. It's like, well, if they attack, like, you're high as shit,
You're high as shit. Just delegate, bro.
Yeah.
That's what being a leader is.
Pass that football.
And she's also like, well, if you don't, I think, is it she that offers him cocaine or does he offer her cocaine?
I've read that he offers her cocaine. Like, I will get you some coke in exchange for these drugs. Yeah.
I will say this, weed probably sucked back then, but Coke likely ruled back then. Yeah. It was probably so good. My God. Can
especially the president's.
Because that's before they even had laxatives.
Who knows where he's even getting it?
President's weed? Cocaine?
Yeah.
The dentist probably?
He's getting it fresh from the store.